Alright guys, so here is our second episode. We are on our way. We have been sent out by a voice in the ceiling, and we're just trusting it. No, but this is going to be our theme discussion portion, and we're going to make our way towards the Colossus, the first Colossus, as we do. So the first theme is a pretty heavy one. It's one of our biggest topics we have to deal with as Christians, and it's loss of a loved one. A lot of us have already lost someone, a family member, a friend, and it's tough for yourself, but it's also tough to talk to other people who may not be Christians, and it's tough not knowing where someone stood when they died, whether they knew of Christ or not. And it's not something fun, it's not something you want to experience, but we know everybody's going to at some point in life. So I think the best place to always look when we're dealing with any topic is to see how Jesus dealt with it, and his most important thing obviously was knowing what's going to happen when you die, knowing where you're going to go, knowing where other people are going to go. And he would go into great detail with his disciples and the crowds on what was going to happen, whether you believe in him, whether you trust that his commandments and his teachings will lead you to heaven and be better than any choices you can make yourself, or we can just do our own thing, which he promises leads to death and hell and separation from him. So when he dealt with actual death, just a friend dying, he didn't seem too upset about it. He knew Lazarus was dead or dying, and he knew Lazarus was going to die, and he wasn't too shooken up about it. He said, let's wait here, let's rest, and stay in this place for a couple days, and then we'll go to Lazarus, because that way God could be glorified. And if you really trust God, you know the person is saved, you may not feel too sad. You may actually be encouraged that maybe their ailment isn't bothering their physical body anymore. They're not in temporary torment here on the earth. But upon coming upon Mary and Martha and all the mourners that loved Lazarus and knew that Jesus had the power to heal and to prevent death, and he saw all the mourners, he wept with them. He was deeply troubled. And so I don't think that it's in a Christian's best interest to try and just get everyone else to feel the same way you do. If you've come to grips with, this is only temporary, I'm going to see them again in heaven someday, it's all cool. If other people aren't feeling cool, it's okay to be sad with them. They've lost someone, they've lost something, and they won't get it back this side of heaven, and if they're not a believer, they have all the more reason to mourn. So go ahead and be okay with people being sad, be okay with yourself being sad. Wander, obviously, he's the main protagonist. I don't know if they say his name or not. If you look around the internet, you'll find names for just about everyone and everything in this video game. But this girl, we're not even told how he knows her, whether she's his, love interest, a sister, a family member, what. But he went into the Forbidden Lands, had a very special sword of some sort, and is trusting that a voice in the sky will be able to bring her back. Alright, so that's our quick little discussion on loss, on death, and how to deal with it. Now let's get down to fighting one of these Colossi. Now I'm kind of far away, so you can't really tell the scale, but as I get closer, just look at how enormous this enemy is. Like, I'm about up to his heel, maybe? Like, I could reach his toes. So, it's our job to try and keep this guy. Oh, it's giving me advice that I don't need, since I've already found the vital. Here's the first lesson of the day. If you want to fight a Colossus, stab it in the throat. And fall off. That's my bad. I'm no pro gamer, I'll admit it. I'm just an amateur. Now this one's a little simpler than some of the later ones, but this is the coolest thing, especially considering this was on the PlayStation 2, that they even came up with the idea of, okay, we're going to have a boss battle, but the boss battle is actually the dungeon as well, or the level kind of a thing. Like you have to climb on this giant creature. So, as far as scale-wise, I'm about the size of maybe a mouse. Like, if you had a mouse on your head, just trying to stab you, that's about how big I am. Let's go. Luckily, he wasn't trying to attack me first, so... Alright, we've done it, guys. That's our first Colossus. And like I said, I haven't played this for like 10 years on the PlayStation 2, so I'm probably going to forget the weak points and strategies for ones later to come. So I made this one look easy. And then we get our creepy black tendrils. We'll talk about those later. Can't stop. What have you gotten yourself into? Then we go through this Doctor Who-esque tunnel, or maybe a warp drive in some sci-fi. But did you guys notice how the music cut out at the end? It's not trying to make you feel great and grand for taking down this Colossus. They're making it a very melancholy affair. Then we've got this shadow guy nearby now. Obviously Mono's not, oh, that's her name as well, Mono. And then Dorman is gonna talk again. Wander doesn't even look that out of sorts. He's just waking up. Okay. Dust himself off. Reminds himself of what he's working towards. How many of you out there would be okay with hunting down giant beasts and killing them in a land that's forbidden to bring back a loved one? Let me know in the comments. You can send them to me on Twitter as well, at Zabajeo. Alright, and we got rid of one of the statues, one of the idols that they said, well, Dorman speaks in plural person, and also singular, so you can call Dorman he, she, or them, I suppose. And then after every time you beat the Colossus, it gives you clues to find the next one, where it might be. Though you still have your special GPS sword that kind of points you in the right direction there. Alright, so that's our first video. It's theme and fighting a Colossus. The next time we're going to do just theme and just Colossus. and you'll have a description in the title about which one it is. So if you want to skip one and just stick to the other, or you're in the mood for one or the other, or if you just want to watch them both, one after the other, that's all right. All right, this has been Ryan with Redeeming Culture VG, and we'll see you next Monday. Bye.